Originally, the dwellings of ancient Greek deities were not in the heavens, but in the heart of the earth. Once Zeus and his siblings defeated the Titans, however, the Greeks turned their eyes heavenward to worship the new generation of gods and goddesses. Hephaestus, god of fire and the forge, built them palaces in the sheltered ravines of Mount Olympus. Hesiod described the mountain as many-folded, a phrase suggestive of a sky-high stronghold full of secrets. The palaces were built of stone on bronze foundations. They were both gigantic and luxurious, their floors inlaid with gold and precious stones. Zeus set up his throne at the top of the peak of Stephani. From here he hurled his thunderbolts at those who displeased him in the world below. Life on Olympus. The council of the gods typically met in Zeus's golden courtyard to discuss their rule of the cosmos, and gathered in Zeus's hall to while away the evenings with feasting. Apollo sang to them, accompanying himself upon his lyre. Sometimes the Muses came up from their home at the foot of Olympus to sing, dance, and tell stories. There were separate stables for the creatures that drew the gods' chariots, most famously those that pulled the blazing car of Apollo, the sun god. Zeus had a chariot drawn by the 4 Anemoi, gods of the winds, Boreas, north, Euros, east, Notos, south, and Zephyros, west. Poseidon's chariot was pulled along by fish-tailed horses of the sea, while Aphrodite's was drawn by a team of doves. The Horai, the sisters Irene, Eunomia, and Dike, guarded the gates to Olympus and saw to the orderly passage of time and the seasons. Another trio of goddesses, the Moirae, the Fates, sat at the foot of Zeus's throne and watched over the lives of mortals. Physical and symbolic. What we refer to today as Mount Olympus is actually a massif with over 50 distinct peaks, almost 3,000 meters, 9,850 feet, above sea level. Much of the time, its upper slopes are wreathed in snow or dense cloud, cutting off the summit from the view of mortals down below. It is no wonder that the ancient Greeks held this to be the royal seat of their reigning dynasty of gods. In mythology, the mountain peak has often seemed to occupy a separate physical space from the earth. Homer underlined this by showing Mount Olympus from different perspectives. Viewed from Earth, it was described as snow-topped or cloud-enveloped. For the gods, however, their home was a place of permanent sunshine and clear blue sky.